Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as promised, I said I would do a makeup tutorial as my next video, which I did. And for this one, it's kind of like a Valentine's Day / recreation of a look that I did on my Instagram a couple weeks ago. It was like in January, early January. But it looks like this. I really like how it turned out. It's just like a really pretty gold, purpley pink look. And then this darker lip kind of adds like a little bit more of a flair to it, something more sultry, dramatic. You could totally go with a nude or something lighter if you feel more comfortable doing that. But yeah, and I did use a couple new products. So if you guys want to see how to recreate this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so first I just did my eyebrows because it's kind of boring to watch someone do their eyebrows on camera. But I used the Anastasia brow wiz in medium brown, and I actually usually use soft brown like on my natural days, but since I'm doing a more like dramatic look, I used medium brown. And then this is my favorite brow gel ever. I use the Anastasia clear brow gel. It's my favorite brow gel. It is so good. So I always do my eyes first when I'm doing my like dramatic makeup because I don't want the fallout all over my face. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in Eden to set or to prime my eyelids, and then I'm gonna use like a skin toned eyeshadow to set it down. Sorry, I couldn't think of the words there. By the way, my favorite white eyeshadow to use is China White in the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. It's just, it's so good, and it just sets everything down so nicely. So I'm going to use that with this little brush. I don't know where it's from, but I'm just going to use that to set down my eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, which I actually haven't used in so long, but I'm really excited to use it, and it looks like this. I'm sure you've seen it, but it has so many nice pinks in it, and it's just going to be really great for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to be using this today on my eyes. So first I'm going to take the shade Raw Sienna right here, and I'm just going to put that all over the crease as like my transition shade. Make sure you top off the brush because these shadows are super pigmented and they can get everywhere. So I'm just going to tap that off and just put this in the crease, and I'm using the brush, the Y16 by Morphe. I love these shadows because they blend like so easily. But yeah, I also really like this brush. It's like a really fluffy brush. It's really good. Now I'm going to use the Morphe Y19 brush. It's just a little more like pointed, and like it'll define a little bit better. And I'm going to use the shade Venetian Red, I think, to start right here. And I'm just going to put that right in the crease, like right underneath where I just put all of these shades. And don't worry if you like get some eyeshadow out on the outside of the lid, because we're going to be wiping that up anyways with the makeup wipes. That's why you always want to do your eyeshadow first, so you don't have to worry about messing up the skin underneath and using shadows with fallout. So that's why I do that. That's why I do eyeshadow first. Okay, so now I think I'm going to take the color Love Letter, which is a lot more pink, and I think I'm just going to put that all over my lid as like a base, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to use some sort of glitter or something just to like spice it up. But I'm going to use Love Letter, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid, like all over that lid. To do that, I'm going to use the Morphe White Team Brush. It's just pretty flat, but still fluffy, so I can still blend out that color in the crease. And as you can see, I'm also kind of like blending the shade. I'm patting it into my crease, and then I'm blending it into the crease like this, so there's no like harsh lines and it's all very blended together. Actually, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dip into my Sephora Pro editorial palette, and I'm going to take a little bit of this color, if you can see, this gorgeous like raspberry color, and I think I'm just going to put that in the crease to kind of match the lid shade that I put down. And for that, I'm going to use the Morphe Y19 brush again, just with that same color on it. Also kind of blowing this color out to make it a little bit more dramatic, and we'll define it later, but I'm just going to blow it more out this way. So that's what I'm doing. So now I'm going to start building up the crease a little bit with some more like darker shades on the outside, and I think for that I'm going to use the shade Cypress Umber from Modern Renaissance, just this little brown shade over here, and I'm going to use my Kylie Cosmetics brush. This is from like the first brush set that she ever released. I'm not sure if you can get this anymore, but it's just like a little fluffy crease brush. It's actually really good. I really love this brush, so I'm going to use that for this color. By the way, I'm just going to take my Morphe Y16 brush and just blend out those edges a little bit. I'm not adding any extra product, I'm just blending out those edges. I think I'm going to use my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Sorry I'm jumping around palettes so much, but I want to find a good glitter shade. So I think I'm going to use this color. I'm not sure what it's called, but this one just on this far end. It's like a really pretty red shimmery color. So I'm going to put that all over my lid, and I think I'm going to use a little bit of Fix Plus to like intensify the shadow a little bit, even though they're already intense. But I'm going to use it to intensify the shadow even more, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. professional eyeshadow brush. It's just a really cheap little brush, but I think it works pretty well. So I'm going to use that to put that on my lid. Now I'm going to go back and re-intensify that like brown shade, because it kind of got blended away, with the same brush and the same color, the Cypress Umber color. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean up the shadow, and I'm just going to sharpen up this line right here, make it more like a cat eye look. You know what? I think I'm going to add a little bit of this Dose of Colors pigment. This is in the shade Magic Moment, and it has a little paste on the top that you put on, and then I'm going to use the pigment to do after that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to use this ColourPop brush. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but it looks like this, and it was just in my last ColourPop haul, so you guys can see under that, but I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but you guys can check that out in my last video. I'll put it up in the cards. now I'm actually going to use a little bit of my NYX glitter primer because I think that this will make the glitter or the pigment stick a little better. So I'm just going to put a teeny bit of that on my brush, and I'm just going to spread that all over my lid so I can put the pigment down and it'll stick really nicely. I'm kind of doing like a half cut crease kind of thing, like this. And I'm going to do that to the same eye. Because I feel like the glitter, like the base that it comes with, is a little bit too, like, I don't know, sticky. Or it's kind of hard to apply, but this is really easy to apply. So I'm going to do that. And now I'm going to try putting the pigment on over the glitter primer. So I love that pigment. It is so pretty, and I think it really amped up the look a lot. So I'm just going to clean up the fallout because it did leave quite a bit of fallout because it is a glitter. And I'm just going to clean that up, whatever fell, and make sure it all looks nice and clean underneath my eye. And then I think I'm going to take my little brush. This is the Y19 again. And I'm just going to clean it up so that the glitter blends nicely into the crease, just like this. It looks nice. By the way, I'm watching One Day at a Time, and I love it. It is so freaking good. Like, I can't even, like, comprehend how good it is. It is so funny. I've never laughed so hard at a show. So I'm loving it. And if you can hear it, I'm sorry, but that's what's playing One Day at a Time. I love it. It's so good. Even you should definitely watch it if you haven't already. So I think I've decided that I want to do a winged liner. So I'm just going to use my Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. And I'm just going to do a basic wing. I think it looked really nice with this look. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera because I'm kind of bad at doing it on camera. So I'm going to do it off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, so I just did my winged liner. I think it looks pretty good with this look. I think it really adds a lot of more dramaticness. I don't know. Like, it adds a lot more pop to the eyes. So now I think I'm going to go ahead and add some like inner corner highlight and pop my brow bone. So I'm actually going to use my Dream Street palette, which I haven't used yet, and I really want to use this for my brow bone highlight. This is the shade Elfish, right here I think. Yeah. Oh no, this is the shade Moony. Sorry. I'm going to use Moony, and I'm just going to use my favorite inner corner brush. This is the Y22 from Morphe. It's just really small, and it works really well. So I'm just going to put Moony on my brow bone to highlight and kind of clean up a little bit. And my eyebrows are so messy right now, so that's why I'm not kind of zooming in on them, because they look really messy right now, and I'm not in the mood to pluck them. I'm getting them done next Friday, so they'll be better and less crazy. But I'm just putting this brow bone highlight on. It's really pretty, actually. Really pretty. So I wanted to use a really cool like inner corner highlight for this look, like something that's really pink. So I'm going to use the ColourPop Gimme More palette. And I'm going to use this shade right here. It's really pink, and it's called Full Service. So I'm going to take Full Service on the same brush. I'm just going to wipe it off on my makeup wipe. And I'm going to pop that on my inner corner and see how that looks. Okay, so I think that added a really pretty little pop just in the inner corner. So now I'm going to add some mascara and some lashes, and I think I'm going to use my Sephora collection Amore lashes. They're like really pretty, and I think I'm going to do those. I'm not going to do it on camera though, because again, I'm not really good at putting false lashes on as it is. So I'm going to put them on and then I'll be right back. So now I'm going to start on my face because I just, oops, sorry, my mirror is really in the way. Because I finished my like tops of my eyes, I'm going to finish the bottom when I finish my face. So now I think I'm going to try a new primer that I just got. This is the Optical Illusion Complexion Primer from Urban Decay. And I think I'm going to use, I haven't used this before, so I don't know how much to use, but I'm going to use that much. And apparently, ooh, it's really like sticky. Ooh, it's very like, has definitely like some silicone in it, like I can feel. Like it's not like a moisturizer where it just like kind of glides on. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to see if it smooths out my face and makes my foundation look really nice, because I'm going to use a new foundation as well, but I'm going to put a little bit of this on my head. I mean, of course, on my forehead. Goodness me. Okay. Hopefully this really smooths. It's not like balling up on my fingers, which I find that the Professional does. Like whenever I use it, it like just balls up. If you know what I mean? Like when you rub it in, it just like balls up on your fingers. But I'm not finding it doing that, which is nice. So I'm gonna just put that on. It feels pretty nice. I mean, it doesn't feel very tacky. It just feels like it kind of just like smoothed my skin out. Which, I mean, we'll have to see how that works on over the foundation. But I think for foundation, I'm gonna use this new Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless that I just got. And I got the shade Ivory, so I'm hoping that this fits me, because I haven't tried it before. But I need to wet my beauty blender because I forgot to do that. Okay, I really like this foundation. It is like so flawless on my skin. I don't know if it's because of the primer, but it looks so flawless, and it's like not that tacky at all. And it makes my skin look pretty matte. I don't know if you can see it very well on my camera because I just have my phone as a camera, but it's super easy to blend out. I don't know if I used too much or too little. I'm not sure. It looks a little cakey between my eyebrows, but that's my problem area at the moment because I've got so much like acne going on right there. But it looks really good, like around my nose, everywhere, and it looks really nice. And I love that it's like not tacky, because I hate tacky foundations. Like I'd love to just not have to set my foundation. I really like it. I think it looks really good. I'm very impressed, which is great because I just bought this. So now I'm going to use another new product that I haven't tried. The ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, because I usually use my Tarte Shape Tape, but I haven't used this. And I'm really excited too, so I'm just gonna, hopefully this is light enough. I think it is. But I'm gonna apply this under the eyes. I don't know how much to use. I'm just gonna go for it. Blend that out. I think it looks really nice. It actually looks really flawless. Ooh, it brightens up the eyes a lot, which I really like. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and conceal the rest of my face. Yeah, I really like this concealer. It looks super smooth under the eyes. The question is if it's gonna crease a little, because I'm kind of noticing a little bit of creasing happening already, but I'm gonna powder that because concealers usually crease on me anyways. Even the Tarte Shape Tape does. So yeah, I really like this so far though. Now I'm gonna set underneath my eyes. I think I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever Ultra HD powder because I haven't actually used this very much yet, and I wanted to try it. So I'm just going to put this under my eyes because I do want to do some cream contour. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and just put that right underneath my eyes, like right where you can see where it usually creases on me. I'm just going to put that right under there using like the tip of the beauty blender because I do want to do cream contours. I'm not going to set the rest of my face yet. And yeah, I think it looks really smooth. I haven't used this powder either, so it feels really smooth. I love when my under eyes feel smooth. It's great. Now I'm just going to powder my chin because that's a problem area of mine. I'm going to powder my chin with that. And then also my nose because I have a really oily nose. And if you're going to wear this look out, you want to make sure that this stays on for a while. So I'm just going to powder it. And it looks pretty smooth. Like, looks pretty flawless. Like my pores on the side of my nose are kind of covered, which is nice. So yeah, I think I like it so far. Alright, so I think I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty matte stick in the shade Amber to do my cream contour because I've used my Wet n Wild one, which I really like, but I haven't used this one. So I think I'm going to use it, and it's pretty cool toned, so hopefully it'll go with this look. And I'm just going to make a little line right there for that one. And I'm going to blend this out with my beauty blender. So I'm not sure if I really like this. I can't decide. I think I need to add some like moisture. So I'm just going to add a drop of my Inglot drops to this because I feel like it's a little bit dry. So I'm just going to add a drop of it and let it kind of sink in and close it. Hopefully it'll work because like it's kind of dry and it's not blending as best as I thought it would. So I'm going to see if this helps at all. I'm going to see if this helps at all, and I'm just going to try it now and see if it blends a little bit better because I was expecting a lot more from Fenty, but it's not blending as good as I thought it would. So I think that helped a little bit. Like it just added a little bit of like blendability, but I'm not sure if I like it as much as my other one, which is kind of disappointing. But we'll try it. I'm just gonna add a little bit on my forehead, just like this, and then a little on my like jaw, and then just a little bit on my nose. And hopefully this kind of balances out a little bit. Or maybe my beauty blender just isn't wet enough. I'm gonna spray it with some Fix Plus and see, because sometimes my beauty blender dries out and it doesn't like blend as well. That helps a little bit. It's kind of like blending away almost. Like I'm not even sure if I like, well, it's okay. It's not like my favorite one, and I think I like the other one better, but we'll have to see. And I feel like this oxidized this concealer a little bit because it's starting to look a little bit darker, at least on this side of my face. I don't know what's happening, y'all. This is what happens when you do first impressions. You never know what's gonna go down. You never know. I don't know if you can really tell with this lighting, but it's not blending the best, which is kind of sad. So now we're just gonna move on from that, and I'm gonna use a new bronzer that I got. This is the ColourPop Pressed Powder Face Bronzer in Private Party, and I'm gonna use this. Hopefully it'll brighten up my face a little bit. And I think I'm gonna use, let me get my brushes. I think I'm going to use my Morphe Y3 brush really big fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna use this to pick up this. It's super creamy, this bronzer. It's like super creamy. And I'm just gonna, ooh, I think I use a little bit too much. Again, this is my first time using this. Blend away, when in doubt, blend away. Ugh. So I actually think I like it. I mean, I feel like the cream contour kind of is distracting from the fact that the bronzer is really pretty, but it looks a lot darker on camera than it does in real life. So I think I like this bronzer. I think it's gonna be good for me. So for blush, I think I'm gonna use this Milani Coralina Baked Powder Blush, and I really like this blush. It's really, really pretty, but it has a lot of glitter in it, so you do have to tap off the glitter so you don't have a face full of it. But I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna use my Morphe Y8 brush. It's pretty like flat and like cool, but it's good for putting matte blush. So I'm gonna just put this on, and then I'm gonna tap the glitter off. See how pigmented this is? Just tap all that glitter off so we don't have any of that. And I'm just gonna put those right on the apples of my cheeks. So now I'm so excited because I've been wanting to use this for so long. This is the ColourPop Flexitarian highlighter, and I'm going to use it with the Super Fluff brush, I believe. It's from ColourPop, but I can't wait to use it. So I'm just going to pop this right on my cheekbones, and I'm going to use this brush because it picks up the product a little bit better. So now I think I'm going to go ahead and finish my eyes, and I'm just going to kind of mimic what I did on my eyes underneath of my eyes. So I'm going to add like the brown, and then like, here, hold up, let me show you. So I'm going to add some raw sienna, and then I'm going to add a little bit of Venetian red, love letter, and cypress umber on the outside. Just doing the same thing, but underneath my eyes. So the last thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit of roller lash to my bottom eyelashes, and then we'll be completely done with the eyes. On bottom mascara is literally like my least favorite thing in the world. And why is there a big dent in my smile lines right here? No, that is not allowed. That is not allowed. Alright, so the last thing we have to do is lips. And I can't really decide like what lip color I want. I think I want something like pink. So I think I'm going to use this Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Family Jewels. Because it kind of has like a purple tone, but it's still like a nude. So I think it'll be more wearable. And I'm also going to use my Make It Last by Milani, which I haven't used before because my King Soopers finally got in stock. So I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last setting spray to set everything down. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. It is my recreation of the look I did for a party that I went to that's on my Instagram. So this is kind of a recreation. It's a little bit different. I used a couple different products. I obviously used a different lip color, but you can use the same lip color. I did tag it in my other photo. The other one that I used was, I believe it was Candy Ass by Jeffree Star. This is Family Jewels by Jeffree Star. I think it just adds a little bit more of a sultry kind of look, and you can wear this for Valentine's Day. It's really pretty. It's more of like a sultry take on a Valentine's Day look, but I really like it, and I really like how it turned out. I didn't like some of the products that I used though. Like, I'm not sure if I like the Make It Forever powder. It's making my under eyes a little bit crusty. The Fenty matchstick was a little bit hard to blend out, but other than that, I feel like that's like the only things that I didn't really like. I love the highlighter. It's super gorgeous. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys!